I was like at 2. I think I made it to like 7. I think I made it to like 7:30 in the morning. So I think that was about it. No, it's not that. Okay. The deck is broken, so. Yeah, I did 18 hours. So I started at like 1 p.m. and I went for 18 hours. So that would be 1. So I think it's a, yeah, I think I made it to 7:30. I was like slurring my words like I was drunk at the end. So tired, dude. But yeah. Chad, we're grinding hard. This is like sleep is over, more like sleep is overrated, HandsGamer, chat. Let's go. We hit the good one. Hmm. Joshi, did you win the bundle on this channel? I can't remember. Was Pizza's channel? Okay. Dude, I had one person win 2 bundles. Like, oh, like not in 1 year, but like over a 2-year period. It's kind of ridiculous. Chad, if you go Ursul on Seldrassi, does it proc the Seldrassi? I can't remember. My streamer never gives you the bundle. Specifically you, Poopa Farts. Leroy. Jenkins. That's a warning, I did.
Uther versus Magni. I'll show you Titanforce fury. I will fight with honor.
The stars above shall light our way.
Well then, we have it.
Well, we have a blah blah blah. Let the pain speak to me. Welcome back for your nap. How many hours did I sleep? It's more like you don't sleep like you don't get the best quality of sleep when you're being a degenerate. Like your kind of sleep is a little messy. You know, it's a little like. Bleh.
Let the pain speak to me. Does anyone copy? Does anyone copy?
No problem. It's very bad. It's been less than 8 hours. Okay. Might be right. Ooh, consecration for next turn. I'm trying to coin this out on 7. Because I coin out this on 7, I get a bunch of heal. So it's like a much better stabilization, but like they could easily just tempo me down and kill me here. But if they have some sort of like OTK nonsense, it could be bad.
My shield for Argon.
That is annoying. This consecration sucks now. Doesn't even kill anything. Oh god. I might, the play might actually go coin renewing flames, because I can double kill things and give me 10 life, even though like it's sad to lose the Ursula combo.
Oh, well, that can't be good.
Very bad.
We will strike doom in the face.
Wait, what? Oh, that could be bad. Yeah, I don't know. I think I'm effed, but What do I think of top decks I could draw? After trading, like I go consecration. I guess I could just top deck into. I haven't even gone hero power yet, so it's like a. And they're gonna get attack from their guy here, so it's like if I don't full clear, it just doesn't win, right? Because they're gonna have 6 attack. Just drawing Dream Warden, I don't know, it's not even.
Move quickly.
I don't know, I'm so dead. I need them not to have the Dran I got, I mean, I'm just so dead. Wait, what? Not dead, NoHandsGamer? Bro. Bro needs to learn how mechanics work.
Uther versus Urel.
Light, guide thy hand.
I will fight with honor. My blood boils for war.
The light dims, but we fight. The light dims, but we fight.
16, dude, we made it 18 hours, Kaz, alright? 18. Get it right!
The light dims.
I need, if I could draw a thing and then go Zola, it'd be nice. Weak ass hours, Berserker. Do you want to be the first, the first ban of the day?
I cannot read them.
Chat, when I'm working long hours, we don't have time to think about, like, innocent until proven guilty. We assume guilty until proven innocent, alright?
Starting the operation.
Chat, to be honest, like, sometimes I think the whole world should... You know, Cap defense, no mercy, yeah.
Keep on panning.
Sure. Yeah, exactly. Chad, also, I think your friends and family are guilty too, because they created you when you think about it, right? So they're responsible, so they should be punished as well. Oh, you already back? I went to sleep. We start again. Here we are. Bro, Infinite starting the operations here. Dude, I could go Zola and take 2 of these and just have infinite health minions. I'm considering it, but I don't think I'm gonna do it.
Patch you up.
Hybrid Eye sounds great, actually. Humanity as a whole, yeah. Chat, I actually think you should be responsible because for going burning in hellfire for all of eternity, because like your great grandparents like ate like an apple or something like that.
Starting the operation.
That's what I want.
Patch you up.
Like Chat, I do enjoy like acting like I'm like some sort of like what packs. You get them after a certain amount of time, and then you click. They show up. I got one, and they show up in your Twitch account or something like that, and you click the button that says claim, and then you should get it in your this. So from a garden or something, I don't know. Yeah, and then the male ancestor didn't tell her to not do it, so he's also responsible. Yeah.
What pretty petals.
Follow the flutterwing. Follow the flutterwing. Look at me. Swarm
Good explorer comes prepared.
What pretty petals.
Do I have lethals here? This is 10, but I can go 11 face, but it looks like I don't have it here because I can't get enough to face here.
Patch you up. Petal perfection.
When you're sure, it actually never did, Sparky. It was got to 2050. It never actually went below 2K. I just ended it because it was like getting too close, and I was like, I'm too tired, dude. My body was breaking down, and I'd like, yeah, you know. Like, I didn't want to stay up another 2 hours, and then it goes below 2K, and then I gotta get to sleep at 10 a.m. instead of 8 a.m. It's like, it messes up your sleep even more, right? So, basically, like, the ROI of, like, destroying my sleep was going down and down. Yeah, I slept about 6 hours. I mean, the problem is, like, your sleep quality is really bad. Because I got, like, a reasonable amount of sleep, but... Wait, what? Pretty sure I went face, right? You think it will reconnect? I think I have to restart the client. You guys still see me? Did my internet just die? No, the internet. No, the internet is still here. We're not dropping frames. Okay, dude, sometimes when it happens. Chad, you ever see that video? It's like where the guy's motorcycling and he goes in the left lane and all of a sudden sees the truck, and right before he tricks the truck, the time stops, and it's going really slow. Then he sees his like spirit come out of his body, and then all of a sudden he sees death, and he's gonna die. The Grim Reaper, you know. Is that related? Because like I'm about to kill my opponent, time stops, right? That's why it's related.
Uther versus Lunara.
The forest fights back.
I will fight with honor.
Is that the end of the story? It is the end of the story, alright? Anyways. Oh, shit. The moral of the story is don't die, alright? Dying's for fools.
Follow the fluttering.
What dragons are really good? I feel like 7-mana dragons are really good. Oh, they got Grey Bow? That's gonna be annoying. Maybe we start imbuing.
Swarm them.
I've been cooking. I don't. You know why I don't like theory crafting is you can't do it in the client. That's like the main reason I don't do it. Because it's like I want to just be able to play around in the client. I got to do it on a website, you know. Wait, son of a stealing my Joe guy here. Wait, this could be bad. All right. Well, actually, it probably doesn't die very easily, so it's probably not actually.
Don't keep your thoughts to yourself. Thorn in your side.
So 8-mana dragons are quite good. We'd like one. Can trade this off. Get some. Get that 6/6 dragon maybe. How is Warlock? I don't know. Probably terrible. Do we want 7-mana dragons or 8-mana dragons? I feel like 8-mana dragons are better, but 7-mana dragons are pretty good too. I mean, these are kind of whatever actually. All right, let's just yeah, backing up the brang, blah blah blah. Are you doing a 24-hour stream again? No, dude. I think we got 10 hours in us today. 10 hours seems reasonable, right? Yeah, backing up the brang, blah blah blah. Ooh, renewing flame. Right. Alright, I don't know if this is gonna work the way I want it to. Let's see. Oh, it did. That was easy. Bro, was all this effort. Do you think the meta is going to be a new slow control style? Honestly, no. There's a lot of good. We'll see though. Like, if there's like OTK finds a way. I've always said that. Stake 2K, 12 hours. Yeah, I don't know. We're already up to 600. It's only been 37 minutes, so. So I don't know. Chat, it depends on how much people are liking the content, right? I am, I figure like, if I push myself really hard for 3 days, you know, and then I can like chill out this weekend. Maybe like stream, like take the weekend off, you know? And we blah 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 blah. Best class in the brawl. Let's just go with Deathmate. It's the easy answer. Yeah, Chad. Also, I kind of like I want to see if I streamed ultra hard for a month, how many total viewer hours I could get. Like if I just push my body till its limits. The most I've ever gotten, and I did use some rerun technology, was about like 300,000. Before that it was like 200,000, so I beat it by 100,000, but without reruns, or you know, how many viewer hours could I get? Could we get up to 400,000? That would be very difficult, but very let's see, if I average 1,500, let's see, 400,000 divided by 1,500. So if I average 1,500 viewers, which is insane, right? I would have to stream 266 hours in the month, which is an absurd amount. So really, it's going to be hard to hit 400,000 ever. That's like, those are Redbeard hours, dude. I can't do that. Dude, yeah, let's see. Dude, Redbeard, like, streamed 273 hours last month. It's like, what is, dude, I think I'm an endurance machine, and he just makes me, like, feel... I know, right? I can't pass. It's the ultimate. There's nothing more attractive, in my opinion, than like the video game player that can play for ridiculous hours, you know? You know, I understand, like, not that, like, you know, not every video game player is attractive because they can't go the ultra hours, right? Most video game players get tired. They go, I ran a half marathon today, and streaming is harder. Chad, Pocket, when I say these ridiculous things, I always half believe them while I say them. You know? So it's look, I mean, Grog, all I'm saying is like, yeah, like I'm sure giving birth is difficult, but like one, you've got like a doctor there, you got, you know, like maybe you have some support. And it's just like the worst is like it's over, right? You know? So it's like we're streaming. Chat, please don't tell anyone I just said this, right?
Thorn in your side.
I don't have enough mana.
Hope he was in the chat room. Okay. Stop crying. Wait, do I have lethal?
For justice.
Bro, this deck is pretty good. Thank you, Steel Elixir. Yeah. I don't know. I've always been good at endurance stuff. So in middle school, like I was not the fast kid. All right. I was the kid with a little extra body fat. All right. There were the skinny, cool kids. And I was like, I wasn't really fat. I was just a little plump. All right. A little plump, but I could run a long time. All right. You know, and then when I was like a poker player or when I was a dancer, like I would dance till like 4 or 5 in the morning, right? Easy, dude. And then I would, so I'd also go for these long jogs in high school. And then what else? Oh, when I was a poker player, bro, had the plump to burn. Exactly, you need that, right? And what was I gonna say? When I was a poker player, sometimes the money would be good and I would play till 6 in the morning because I was making so much money, but then I didn't want to drink coffee because I wanted to get to sleep when I get home. This is probably like, I should not have done this, chat. These are things that I regret. But so I would have to drive home about 45 minutes on the highway and I didn't want to fall asleep. So I would scream the whole way home. So I'd be like, like this. Just to like stay up. Don't do this, chat. This is probably like some form of bad driving. All right. So don't recommend it. All right. But
If 3 rights make a
just for fun, yeah. Yeah. Don't do that. Just go to sleep earlier. The screaming guy at the street. Yeah. It's not just like dangerous, it's also probably immoral and probably illegal. I would have to open the windows. Poker for a side hustle? No, unless sex cult is actually poker. You know. But probably isn't, right? But you never know. Like so part of the reason I started playing Hearthstone is I couldn't play poker anymore. This brawl is so grindy. I mean, welcome to the video games. Like, Jay, like, the moment you realize like, once you realize, like, I feel like the part of the reason I could still, like, it's like they're all like 14 minutes against an aggro Draenei Priest. Okay. I mean, they're all like just kind of, you know, not a good use of time if you had something better to do. Alright, I think I go for the 3-drop to try and high roll the Golpity Drake. I usually like doing that. I don't know if that's correct. Well, we also high rolled this, I guess. We played another game. Yeah, dude, it's always when people are like, "Oh, I just want to get the legend as fast as possible." Chad, it reminds me of you like, "Oh, I just gotta get what's the fastest sex move to finish up with the sex?" You know, that's what I hear. How can we get the sex done as quickly as possible? That's what my wife says. Sorry to hear that, Ludi. All right. She views that's what she views you the same way I view completing my quests on it. Ursula is pretty insane though next turn. The climb is. Hold on, Gary. No, Gary and Jackhammer. Why does that sound hilarious? Okay, what is this pull? I need to read this card. Resurrect a deadly friendly that costs 5 or more, summon a copy of it. Okay, so do they get the... my opponent got 2 starships last time they did this against me. It was brutal. So you know what this deck actually needs? We need like MC techs. So why is it every time you put an MC tech into a deck it becomes better? You are in trouble? Actually, I don't think I am.
For justice.
Yeah, 2 of these jerkwads is pretty bad. Healthy rest-wise? Dude, chat, just like, I don't know. Just accept this is probably not as healthy as I could be. Chat, you know what's healthy? having a team of people that just take care of your every need. I wake up, I'm getting massaged. Then breakfast is delivered to me. Then I go into a nice room where I have a personal trainer where I do a well-controlled, like controlled physical stress. Then I sit and meditate and think about life. Never mind, I take it back. Hey, whatever, dude. Bro, this is, how do I beat this shit? Is there like a one of these that would really help me? Oh, actually, I know what would help me. I wanted to hit the
Let me think.
I don't know what I do here. I'm gonna have to like Scenarius or something. I mean, this, but I don't know. This gives me a lot of cheap stuff, but like, I'm not gonna have mana problems pretty soon, right? This I can control the board with, you know, maybe I don't want to die. You know, my order is probably bad. I was probably supposed to weapon hit first here. I realized halfway through I don't want this to die, so I have to do this order here. Yeah, this taunt is kind of nice. You don't do that? Yeah, I don't know. I think just in general, like chat, what career takes like is very convenient and takes very little sacrifice to your mental well-being, but isn't like, but has reasonably monetary benefits? All right, chat, what's like a career that, you know, accounting, yeah, HR, some office jobs. See, chat, I have to work hard, but I don't have to die inside. Like, that's the trade-off that I've chosen. My old job, I didn't have to work as hard, but I had to die inside. I prefer this. All right.
Let me think. Strike with fury. Strike with fury.
Wait, well, that's how the order worked there? Oh, that was interesting. Oh, if I knew the order worked like that, I could have gone Consecration there instead. Would have been better. It's experienced a pretty cushy career, yeah. So, so that's what I mean. Like, Chad, and also, you ever read, I read the first chapter of this book, it was like, what's it called? But I didn't ever finish it. It was called like, where the guy's a pizza delivery driver, and they say if he doesn't deliver his pizza on time, they kill him. Like, that's the rule they have, at the pizza delivery company. And he says he kind of likes it because it makes him feel alive, basically. Kind of an interesting case, right? Of just like, he actually wants this experience. It's a shitty job, in my opinion. Yeah, makes sense. All right, I have to win with value here, I think, because I can't tempo them down. They're gonna have to, when they finally launch this, they're gonna have like 1 billion life, right? Wait, am I dead? Maybe I'm not. I can't tell. We get there? Maybe they're barely off here. Oh, barely off, NoHandsGamer! Wait, son of a dead! Wait, exact lethal? The son of a gun. It was actually so close. Yeah, but Chet, the idea of the story was like, you know, in this like post-capitalist economy, like the fact that you could die if you don't get your pizza delivered on time, like creates this like feeling of importance, you know? Because I have known, like, when I'm in these situations where there's no way out, like I'm backed into a corner, and if I don't figure out how to beat this problem, I die. Like, my brain figures things out. It's absurd. It's absurd the problems I've solved when my survival depends on it. So, like, yeah.
The light dim, but we fight.
By petal and sword.
Blah, 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 blah. Logan, thank you for the 30 bonds.
The stars above shall light us.
To death. Exactly.
The light dim.
If we don't go to the gym, we die. I more look at it like the way I work is like, if I don't go to the gym, no one will ever love me. And that, like, that belief, that kind of works.
For justice. To battle.
Like, my brain says, like, if I don't have the discipline to go and lift things for 45 minutes 3 times a week, how will somebody ever rely on me for years, raising their children, you know, being a partner, all this stuff? And then my brain's like, okay, and then I go to the gym, right? It actually is quite effective.
For justice.
Reporting for duty.
The stream's getting too real.
Sorry, Gleesel. I am talking.
Chad, do you, like, it's so easy to go to the gym. You could literally go to the gym and just play Hearthstone the whole time. All right.
There appears to be no signs of intelligent life.
Chad, I haven't drawn. This is so awkward. I haven't drawn any I don't. Okay, I was thinking about this. I can't pass. Okay, this is the when the signal becomes this. So, what are like what if you go if you're in shape, like what you're signaling, like you're reasonably healthy, right? And that you have a decent amount of like organization and free time. You're good at like managing your life, right? You kind of signals things, and subconsciously, you know, that might make someone more attracted to you, right? Well, let's say you're like taking steroids, right? And you're lifting weights and like doing like meal prep and stuff like 20 hours a week. Well, now you're effectively unhealthy because you're taking steroids, and B, you have no free time because you're just obsessed with like going to the gym. So the irony of it is that you actually, at that point, are actually signaling the opposite of what you wanted to signal. You know? Because that's like, yeah. Was that the best shape I was has ever played Rita on elliptical? Yeah. My life coach online, I don't know. Chat, this is like this is like not, I don't know. It's not like that complicated stuff. All right, it's not. I think this is better. Let's have this. Dude, therapy, dude, is really good. I mean, just like a lot of stuff, like personalized attention from a professional is very expensive. Not just in therapy. So like a lot of things are like, can you solve your problems? You know, reading a book or, you know, stuff like that, you know? Because Lifesteal Pyroblast with the body 3 times. It's pretty good, right? Does anyone else think the Lifesteal Pyroblast is power creep? Does anyone else think this is a problem? I think it might be a problem.
By petal and sword.
I do this twice to try and hit 3-mana dragons, because 3-mana dragons have a lot of high rolls. Mainly this guy. Okay.
Comes prepared.
On the cover of your book. Dude, it kind of like, I don't know. It's like, this book will solve all your problems. I mean, all things is crazy. Chat, we need to go back to simpler times, all right? Traditional values of like turn 4/5s, all right? Even worthless. I don't know. I got some really good things out of therapy. Basically, like the main thing I thought got out of therapy. This was like the main realization. So like I would be trying to like, you know, gaslight myself into like something. Just like, oh, that people, you know, whatever. And I would have this feeling like, oh, everyone hates me or something like that. And just realizing like that wasn't true or untrue. It's just like my brain responding to stimulus, basically. Like, it's just my brain being like, oh, this is, I don't know. Wait, could I? Wait, I could get this down, right? Just, and play the thing. That's kind of good.
Druids of Azeroth, gods of the wild, the dream beckons.
Okay, that's probably, these are kind of bad, right? Let's take a casino. Just not, I don't use it here, but
Thorn in your side.
what was I gonna say? Yeah, so one of the things, like, so I felt my therapist, so my therapist apparently like did a lot of like marriage counseling. So she was like very good at getting people to not divorce. So we'd be talking about like past relationships, and I basically, she was trying to get me to be like, you know, I felt like she was just trying to get me to like lower my standards in life. You know, and just be like, you know, you gotta be realistic, right? With what you got. And I was like, screw this, right? I am a beautiful snowflake, and whatever, I don't know. You know? But yeah. I can get I actually think I have lethal here, right? So you guys see the lethal?
By petal and thorn.
I have seen creation, and I will bring destruction.
Yeah, well, like, it was more like, because basically I was dating the wrong people, because like my life was a mess, right? My life was a mess. I'm dating the wrong people, whatever, you know? And my therapist like kind of looked at me and my life as a mess, and like they're just kind of like, hey, this is what you got. Well, you know, you got to work with, like, because most people I don't think change that much, right? You know, I feel like that's how my therapist interpreted it. And then no, I was like, no, I'd rather, you know. So those are like the kind of things, you know. But maybe some people, that's just what they need, right? I don't know. But I didn't want that. But I don't know. I mean, I think if you can get like maybe, you know, play with the cards you dealt with, yeah. Yeah, sometimes I'd rather be unhappy. How do we know if we're dating the wrong people? I don't know. If you're dating in general, if you're me, I don't know. It's like, yeah. But what was I gonna say? Time? Yeah, time is probably the actual answer. Bro, hey, yeah, like dating. The thing is, like, Dog Biscuit, like dating, like everyone's like, oh, you just gotta find the right therapist. Like, that's easier when it's like you just gotta find the right burrito joint. All right, I walked to the burrito joint. It costs like $12, right, which is way more expensive than it used to be. It used to be like $7, right? But it's still just $12. I pick up the burrito, the biggest burrito they have. I eat it. If it doesn't work out, like, I got an okay burrito and I'm down $12. Like therapy, it's like, okay, I had to call my insurance. Maybe they didn't pay for this, you know. I gotta go drive there. I gotta take an hour. I gotta have this miserable conversation, being vulnerable with this person. It's a lot, right? It's a lot to just be like, well, I guess we weren't a good match, right? Dude, everything is like absurdly, like, I mean, inflation basically is crazy, so. So now that I think about it, you ever hear like people complaining that like people use their partner as a therapist? But now that I think about it, like a therapist is way more expensive than, you know, They're just unloading your problems on your significant other. So you kind of see the financials of it, you know? So, well, I don't know how you, so, can't imagine disappointment when you get bad. So, therapist still might be cheaper, to be honest. Yeah, maybe. Until the divorce, I don't know. Yeah, so I always make the joke. I always make the joke with like people are living with their parents at a certain like age, and they're like, "Oh, I'm gonna be saving so much money," and I'm like, "Well, you're gonna be paying for that in therapy later." Because it's like something about living with your parents, like long term, you know. It's just that is a high roll, yeah. Wait, is there a therapist GPT? That actually sounds great. All right, Chad. Don't judge me, but I have to do this value trade here. I can do this, right? Get a nice clean full clear. I think you can, yeah, I don't know. There's something about like, so my relationship with my parents got so much better when I moved out because I could say no to them, right? But when you live with your parents, like you can't say no to them. They'll be like, oh, well, you live under our laws, this, like you can't. Like basically they own you. You know? So it's like, but once you don't live with them, you can they say something and you don't like, and you're just like, well, no, I guess I'll see you later. So then it gives a sense of relief. It's just a mess. Yeah, that's probably right. Have you ever dated a crazy Latina? Did I? No, not really. I dated just I don't know. Actually, none of them have been like just a little bit like intense personality. You know, crazy is a strong word. You know, it's like they're just they're just passionate, right? I'm passionate too, chat. Right? We have that in common. Multi-generations, yeah. I mean, I think there's a lot of like fights for that too, you know? She's still watching his stream. Total not thank you for the prime. It might be their child, yeah. I don't know. It's an interesting thing. Once you get to a point where but I mean, you know, like when you feel secure. So like when I started streaming, like, and you have like 10 viewers, and one of your viewers is out of line, it's hard to like ban them because you need them. You know, you're like, this is 10% of my viewership and maybe like 50% of my chat is this toxic person, right? But now it's just like, if someone's being toxic, I'm like, all right, dude, you know, you know.
I wonder.
Is there trouble?
I don't know, yeah. Expendables. You can't ban us. What's a good drag? I mean, 3 tends to be better than 4. That's like one of the main ones. Because but like it's better because 9 is nice. I think, yeah, 10 is, I mean, 10 is like does direct damage though, so like a 10 is probably the best. Yeah, so this is the one that's really good to get off your imbue. Could use to gain armor, it's not that useful. I mean, I guess just getting some demon. This is probably the best one though.
Move quickly.
I could play this and then I could immune it. And...
Sorry, we don't have any ink.
Nice suffering English torment you got there. Wait, never mind. That makes my life easy. 6 wins, let's go, dude. See if we get any meta-defining legendaries. If we get the druid one, we could play the druid one. Wait, did I see? Okay, I still can get the list. Okay, good. What a shitty legendary. Ooh, we got a second Ancient of Yore. Unless you get lucky. Legendary? Ah, it's fine. Feeling bad is a part of life, alright? So I'm gonna go get more coffee. Take a bathroom break.
This is only the beginning.
New planet to burn.
Renathal versus Gul'dan.
Your soul shall be mine.
There is a simplicity in inevitability.
It's completely safe. Just don't spill it. It's completely safe. Just don't spill it.
Jed, did I tell you guys I got my box from Blizzard? Jed, should we open it on stream? Jed, I got my box of Blizzard stuff. Should we open it? What's in the box? Yeah, dude, it's I'm as a member of the creator program. All right, we'll throw it at the dumpster. All right, chat. This is remember the creator pro. Ooh, hoo, hoo, hoo. Look at that! Look at that! Look at that! Throw it away. What's in there? We got the. Let's see. Let me make sure I can see myself so I get the right angle. All right. Oh, it's green, so you can see through it, chat. But it's because of the green screen. We got Ysera here, but it's see through. All right. Oh wait, what? No way, dude. Oh, nice, dude. You can't see them because they're green. They're actually like the color of my green screen, but they're slippers, chat. Oh, let's see. Hopefully they fit well. I told them my size. Honestly, they're a little small. That's unfortunate. Yeah, they're actually too small. Maybe I'll give them to my mom or something. I don't know. That is unfortunate. I don't know why. I gotta tell them my. They asked me for my shoe size, and I told them, but must have gone in. That's unfortunate. Oh, I got Ysera socks. All right. And ooh, a nightcap, chat. So I could wear this. It's not as warm though. But yeah, look at that. But then I'm see-through. So yeah, it's all right. And then wait, oh, it's like, oh, pajamas, chat. You can't see them. All right, I got real excited there. The pajamas, chat. It's see-through once again. It's all green. It's all sleep related. That makes sense, actually. I'm getting the theme. Oh, and there's like this little baggie here. Okay, what's in the baggie? Oh, a sleep mask, dude. I legit, like, always. I use these things a lot, like when I'm degenning. This is kind of nice, chat. Oh, dude. Okay, this was pretty legit. I'm legit gonna use this stuff, chat. All right, this is pretty great. Try to get you off the stream and to sleep. See-through pajamas, I know, right? You look like a dungeon master. Alright. We're gonna finish this game. Nah, this game's gonna go on for hours, so is he playing he's playing the copy one. Alright. Let's play that Paladin deck again. That was fun. I'm on another Paladin run. Rotation is always a poppin' time, chap. It's a good time. You look like a Jedi. Yeah, I've got my robe on right now. Wait, I forgot the one with my hat. So. Wait. Classic Jedi headset, yeah. Ooh, good top deck. My boom boss is rotating? Yeah, I knew that actually. Because Brand is rotating.
By petal and thorn.
Sweet little door.
My blood for the
Blah, 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 blah. Wait, when Snake Oil got decreased to 0 again? I didn't know that. That makes Sif good again.
thorn in your side.
Let's see if I can find. There's so much Death Knight.
Let me
Follow the flutter wings.
Alright, I got this quadruple upgraded so I can play this fast. What else? That was it. There's a lot of stuff though.
My blood for the Lich King.
Is there a deck made? My priest deck annihilates it, priest main. So, and your name is priest main, so I think you'd like it. Basically, you survive and then you go hero power. Ooh, this actually is really good because it draws me dragons. And in return, you convince us that Hearthstone is worth playing. Yeah, basically.
I am working.
Are you a little buzzed? What does that mean? Rewarded. What do you think you're drinking? Oh, dude, I'm still probably like a little sleep deprived. I'm slurring my words a little bit. I was slurring over yesterday. We'll probably take, I don't know. I'm just buzzed, yeah. Dude, the amount of, I'm going a little hard. So, yeah. I've definitely been slurring my speech a little bit. Okay, you're gonna play imbue cards, then you're gonna go hero power, then you're gonna play cards like this that pull out your hero powers, right? And you're gonna make sure you try to spend your mana. Also, if you have Ursula and this in your hand, it's really good. That's all you really need to know, all right? Everything else is just like, do you play Gnome? I don't know. Do you play this card? I don't know. When do you play Ceaseless? I don't know, when it's 0. Like, whatever. But those are the things you need to know, all right? Glad we figured that out. He's usually this happy camper. Am I a happy camper, Chet? I feel like I'm polarized between happiness and depression. But like I have like a fun like depressed, you know? Like you're dead or something. I know, right? I'm here, chat. All depressed people are fun. Okay, alright. How soon could you add the I mean, alright. I'll show you the best thing. The pajamas. Dude, I might put these pajamas on right now. They actually look quite comfortable. Alright, oh, I have lethal. Wait, no, I don't have lethal. How do I kill this? It's got, do I have lethal?
Give that minion
Oh.
to get ready for justice.
Chat, I kind of want to change into my new jammies. I'm gonna go be right back. Anyone doing alright. Maybe just the bottom half. Alright, the top half, well, I'll be clear. I might have changed up the screen. I'll go back.
Strap yourselves in.
Reporting for duty.
The light will guide us through every corner of the cosmos.
There, all better.
Alright, chat. Dude, in the new jammies, chat. They're great. Man. Hope you had a good sleep. How you doing today? Dude, I feel like I am a little overworked. I think we're gonna overwork again today, but not as bad as we did yesterday. And then Thursday we do like Thursday and Friday we do like normal 6-hour streams. All right, and then maybe Saturday take off. I don't know.
I will fight with honor.
18 hours, yeah. Wait, there's a qualifier thing? I don't know. I don't even know if I want to. It's just like I don't have the time and energy. Wild Thursday? No, we're not gonna do wild with standard having all the cards that are gonna rotate in the wild. No wild this week. Is it worth coming back to Hearthstone? All right, so I will say this is a question I can never truly answer, but I will say Hearthstone is fun. It's a new expansion, so it's generally a good time to come back. The game is more free to play than ever. All right, they often give you even catch-up packs. All right, there's tons of tools to figure out how to have it. They have frequent meta updates, frequent balance updates, so it's not, you don't get stuck in one meta forever. All right. Despite what the internet says, it's probably never been a better time to get back into Hearthstone. All right. But your opponents do powerful things, so I take it all back. All right.
For justice.
Play cards of it out, you know. play cards. It's a pretty serious bug.
We will become so much more than the universe has left us.
By petal and sword. Repent.
For justice.
Thorn in your side.
Chewed from on for months. So, Ro, this is the reality of things, all right? People play to win, right? Now, you want to not have to play to win, but only play against people who don't want to play to win. The reality is, if you want that, just keep playing your terrible decks, and eventually your opponents will be playing terrible decks too, right? That's how it actually works, because what happens eventually, right?
I wonder.
What happens eventually is that all the opponents who are playing good decks are too high of MMR for you, right? So everyone wants like I want to win, but with my terrible deck, right? It's kind of like when people are like, I want an incredibly hot, interesting, successful person to date, but I never want to leave my house and I don't do anything, right?
Uther versus Anduin.
Light makes right.
I will fight with honor.
That was perfect. Where do I sign? Is this a personal attack? Chat, who read my chat? I've come to realize most of my stream is just me bullying my own chat. All right.
Don't keep your thoughts to yourself.
Well met.
The light dim.
Ooh, looks like they're playing my build. Opponent is worse than them. That could happen, Rumbelly. That's actually one of the fun things about Tavern Brawls is decks are terrible. And that's one of the things, yeah, there is some truth to that. You end up playing your bad deck against a bad, like you're a better player. So it's a hard thing if you want to play equally skilled players also playing bad decks. That is a hard thing to do, if I'm being fair. So yeah, I think that's actually a reasonable complaint. Like some people want to play not against Pirate Warrior. The hard part is like people are that's I think was the big detriment of from a design perspective of them creating quests in the meta is they made all these really easy to pilot decks that were really simple, thinking, oh, people will be able to play these easy to pilot decks and they'll be happy, but then everyone's unhappy that they had to play against these easy to play decks. So it's quite an interesting kind of design conundrum. But yeah. But that is the reality of it, right? So, there's truth there, right? But there's also like, yeah, your opponent's just gonna try and win, that's the reality of it. So, oof.
By petal and sword.
Oh, like a champ. Awesome, Lee Chung. It is what it is, yeah. Also, like, off-meta decks are often hard for most players to play. Now, also, like, there's also dust reasons why this is the case, but, like, they're also just hard to play. Like, you have to understand the game better, and most people don't have time to, like, learn all these weird off-meta intricacies. They, like, just want to jam some Hearthstone. And that was the design philosophy going into, in my opinion, United and Stormwind. But the design philosophy ended up having some major problems. And it kind of shows you that design philosophy probably isn't actually a good design philosophy. All right, I'm kind of getting wrecked here.
Follow the flutter wings.
Oh, here we go. It's a very good time. Day of manual labor. All right, Chad, if you were to describe, okay, like, Chad, what would you describe, like, obviously, I think Hearthstone's great right now, but I'm trying to think of, like, I think the overall philosophies and design philosophies of the dev team are probably the best they've ever been, but I think they have a smaller budget. So, back in the day, like, Hearthstone was huge, right? So they probably have less money to work with, right? Why would you not play Incendious Shudder? This is the Tavern Brawl. You can't play those cards. Sweet baby, baby. Alright, I think I have to go this jerkwad in order to not die. But Chat, what would you say, because like obviously streamers are different. What are like what are like the philosophies and audience? Like, what would you say the chat dynamic is like in different people's streams? You know? I could put this back in their hand here, right? And then trade here. So I could go this. It's uncorrupted. But I get the 1 mana dream. And then I could kill this and then they have 7. Maybe that's right. I don't know. I could try to draw more dragons. It's a complicated question. Alright, never mind. What do I do here? I kind of feel like I'm getting effed here.
Move quickly.
Who needs healing? I have healing.
By petal and thorn.
I hate my play here. That's kind of good though. It's kind of the thing I wanted. So wait, I lost my taunt on that. It's kind of annoying. Bad chatters are being rude. Yeah, I've learned. I think that's just like, you know, when you start off chat, you think like, you know, I'm going to be patient with my chat, right? But the problem is, it's chat. Have you ever heard the problem of adverse selection? Right? It's an insurance concept, where like they don't want to get the people that are like the misfits of Twitch society. So like if I am patient, then all the bad chatters will come to my chat. You know, so I have to like show ruin with an iron fist to show the chatters that this is not the place for patience. All right, this is the place with an iron fist, basically. Oh, we got lucky. The mutating life form got us taunt here. It actually, oh wait, no! They didn't have. He says only a bad streamer. See, that's the kind of thing, Nuke from orbit. Yeah, do it.
Keep on panning.
Yeah, chat. So, chat. I actually worry if it's been like a week and someone hasn't been bad, that I'm growing soft. You know. And then I'm gonna have to ban like a mostly innocent chatter just to make for my image, you know?
Reach for the skies.
Okay, no, we already banned someone. No one like chat. We've made like chat. Like I'm kind of like, you know, the police officer that has a certain amount of bans they need to get a month. And if it's the end of the month and you haven't got enough bans, then I have to like find reasons to ban people. But we've already like gone way above our quota. So really, all bans are just extra at this point. All right. Great, perfect top deck. One more death can, blah blah blah. Your blood's satiated. I always hunger, chat.
Job's done.
Muzzle their magic.
Muzzle their magic. Background device. This is a beast.
Another realm awaits.
But we fight.
What? Oh.
No takebacks. No takebacks. The light dims, but we
Some 1,000 years ago, sure, doctor. Why is it cheaper for me to buy POC packs mobile on desktop? A big cell phone is trying to get you to spend more money on your phone. So they incentivize that, alright? Source. Trust me, bruh.
For justice.
no takebacks.
Job done.
Find me in the dream. For justice.
Oh god, so good. All that damage just nullified. Chat, dude, we're already up to 1,500 viewers, chat. Chat, did we do speed again? Speed 2? Once we get above 2K viewers? I don't know if we're gonna make it though to up above 2K today. That's I'm like, chat, should I destroy my body and mental health for your entertainment? Like, very yes. No, dude. I should have lethal now. I think 10. Yeah, 10 hours is probably fine. You do get more money. I know, right? So pop out on the stream because it's fun. Because you get to play the new cards, and you basically I get 4 packs for the price of 300 gold. So every time I get a 6 wins, I profit 1 pack, and I get 6 wins like 90% of the time. So by doing this all day, every day, I can make like 10 packs, which is like $10. So at that rate, I'm probably making like a solid, so it takes me probably like 2 hours, an hour and a half to get a 6 wins. So, and that's like a pack profit each. So I'm making a solid 75 cents an hour in packs, grinding. Huge money, chat, you know? In these, you got to get every cent you can in these trying economic times, all right? Viewbot says you'll make it over 2K. Mr. Buddy Bags over there. Man, blah, 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 blah. Chet, I hate this Creature of Madness card. I feel, but like, if we don't run it, we don't have any 2-drops. But this card just feels not that good. 10 runestones per hour. It's not, it's like 75 runestones an hour. You know what's interesting? The gold to runestones ratio is actually bad. It's more expensive to get a Tavern Brawl with runestones than it is with gold. Basically, this Tavern Brawl is a really good value, like a decent value if you're doing it with gold, but a bad value if you're doing it with runestones. Which is kind of interesting. Which one do you take here? I kind of need draw, so I think I just take Acolyte. That's like 80,000 draws there, right? Hello, Maxi. Maxi, I saw you were streaming when I woke up. Maxi, you're in the Australia. What time is it where you are? Is it like bedtime where you are? Or is it you're just waking up, actually? Yeah, you're waking up having your morning coffee. Favorite card so far? I don't know. I don't have a good answer for that. Half past 9 a.m. Gotcha. Let the pain speak to me. Farming it too much? Yep, but here I am, farming it too much. Ursul's a really good card. That's unfortunate. I think we do some sort of full clear next turn. We can go quality consecrate and then draw some portals. Jordan, I've really enjoyed playing Priest. It's just like good value Hearthstone. It's a lot of fun. Probably somebody will invent an OTK deck because Chad, you guys ever watch Jurassic Park? And the devs in Jurassic Park are like, how can there be no OTK decks? There are no females. And then Jeff Goldblum says, you know, OTKs find a way. Yeah, so.
Keep on panning.
Chad, you guys know Jurassic Park? Let's go. Oh, I've never heard of it. All right. They made new ones? All right. I didn't watch the new ones. I watched the OG, all right? I think I saw Jurassic World as well. Like, or the Lost World, not that one, yeah. Wait, did I F up? I did F up. Wait, why does it say 2 there? All right, chat. Making mistakes is part of the game, NoHandsGamer, all right? I read Jurassic Park as well, Tricia. I've read a few Michael Crichton novels. I'm trying to think what I've read from Michael Crichton. Or what's his name? Jurassic. Michael, what's his name? Or Michael Crichton. All right, what have I read of him? I've read Prey. I feel like I've read one more of his books. I'm trying to remember. I feel like I've read the, but Crichton, okay.
Let me think.
Wait, oh shit, chat. I'm realizing this doesn't work because she doesn't die. Wait, actually it just works fine. I just do this and then I trade. Yeah. I read some, so I was looking for books and I read a few Dean Koontz books and like Michael Crichton's kind of adjacent too. I really, so the one that like my friend told me to read first wasn't the best one, but then I read like Watchers, which is like his like best one, like his most famous one, I think. And it was really good. It's like really weird though. I don't even know how to describe it.
Druids of Azeroth, gods of the wild, the dream beckons. Rise, and let balance be restored.
All right. We'll see if we die here.
Witness the heart of this land.
Wait, crap. That's 13. 13 plus, wait, oh, 13 plus 6. All right, they're off. They could have put me down to 1 life here. Like, Chad, don't you think putting me down to 1 life felt good there? I'm surprised I didn't do that. So these are the kind of plays is why I can get 6 wins. Like, trading here, like, they could put me down to like a ridiculously low life. They just trade for me. Like, Chad, if you can't get #1 legend, like these are actually very common plays that inexperienced players make, in my opinion. But I gotta figure out what I want to do now. It's a little awkward, actually. I can save ceaseless, so I'm greeting it out here basically.
By petal and thorn.
Thank you.
Roots lend their strength.
Like, Chad, they could have put me down to 1 life there. With Ursul with Soldrasi is busted. Yep.
My hand is too full.
Do I have lethal? I feel like I have lethal. Yeah, so the reason not to go ceaseless there is ceaseless is absurdly good and it's your oh shit button. So if you can find a play that full clears that doesn't use ceaseless, because you also clear off your own minion when you ceaseless, right? So their deck also doesn't have good burst. So if you can control the board every single turn at over 10 life, they can't really beat you. So ceaseless is one of your best tools, and I'm getting all this value from my card anyway. So I want to use a bunch of cards there, right? So that's the general game theory on why to hold ceaseless. Realistically, in that spot, ceaseless is probably winning 100% of the time. So it's your brain's going to see like ceaseless is a good play there, right? So often when you see the streamer doing something different than you, like you see this is a really good play. It's more like, why do you think the streamer thinks his play is marginally, or my play is marginally better than yours, right? Why do you, so because ceaseless is fine there, right? Ceaseless is winning. What about Hola Espanol? Hola Espanol is not here right now. Maybe if I get a Spanish girlfriend, Hola de la Espanol will come back. I'm pretty sure this is the only dragon it can get. These Spanish girlfriends in the chat. Wait, bro, it's so bad. That was very bad. I have all green cards here. If I can make it to turn 8, but like, oof. Seems good in the next expansion. I don't know. Warrior seemed good, but it's trash in the this. I mean, Death Knight is probably gonna be good. Paladin maybe. Like, so Ursul, this is actually insane. The hero power might be bad. The reason the hero power might be bad, it might be too slow, right? But this combo is really, really good. So like some deck with this, I think is going to exist no matter what. Dragon Warrior bad. It might be too slow and vulnerable. I don't really know. Yeah. Mid-range Paladin, yeah. So, I mean, I think some version of Paladin like is bound to exist. But I don't know what version of Paladin that is. I just think it's very unlikely that Paladin doesn't have a deck, basically. Bro, what do I do here? I guess I just equip this again. Kind of getting wrecked. 8 mana Ursoc is not too slow. So, yeah. Craft the expansion for Tavern. Nope. You have to play with cards you have. This does 2 things. One, it rewards people who spend money on the game. Which is like 5 of us apparently, because everyone in chat's free to play. And 2, it kind of makes you play your own deck, which is actually kind of cool, right? Because it's like you have to play your own deck which means you just can't just Google the best deck. Like you have to wait. No, that's really bad. They got the. This is like the worst low roll possible there. They got it like so bad. How do I win this game, chat? We're dying. Yeah, it's looking pretty bad. I mean, I think I have one hanging in their NoHandsGamer play, so we'll do that, right? I could go Ursel and like try to high roll renewing on the 50-50 next turn. Ooh, thunder, chat. Can you hear the thunder? It's thundering down. It's kind of exciting. Lethal. They got me, chat. But yeah, this Paladin deck does not feel as good as the other decks we played on stream.
Watch your back.
I will fight with honor.
Yeah, the egg. I mean, the egg was absurdly bad for us, right? They didn't hit the egg, then our 7-mana spell kills one of their 5/5s too. So we actually take way less damage, right? And we're in like a very winnable position. So, I mean, that's when your opponent tempos out, like and you have a bad hand, you're like hanging by a thread, right? So. Chat, I might take in like 4 hours. I might take a quesadilla break. I'm thinking it does sound cool.
By petal and sword.
Make myself a quesadilla for dinner. All of you predicting the meta failed to factor and the mini set is coming back. What does that mean, Yuri?
Rock number 802.
A quesadilla.
Thorn in your side.
There's a nice consecration here. No new cards would be played. Yeah, there would be new cards played. But it just would be just, you know, like chat, remember, like they want you to incentivize you to try out new fun ideas and not rely on old ideas in the Tavern Brawl. Like that's why part of why they do this, right? It's a fun idea, right? Everybody, remember someone who was like, I'm just sick of everybody net decking everything. I want to play in the blah, 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 blah. And then you have Tavern Brawl where you can't net deck and everyone's like, oh, I can't net deck the latest technologies with Hydration Station. What is up with Blizzard? Do it basic. I got some Trizo. I've like they had this like really cheap, like sounds just like me. Chat. Did you guys know I could do a completely perfect, accurate chat impression? We do. Ooh, free dragons. Okay. It's kind of more. Is that like? I think it's a Cartman voice, right? Mexican or Spanish chorizo. I don't know, dude. It was what was on sale at the Jewel. Okay. Oh my. Wait. When did you drop? I never actually dropped under 2K. We got to 2050 and then it went back up to 2100. It probably would have dropped in about like another half an hour, but it might not have, you know? And I was just getting too tired and I was like, this is not like if I was at 2500, I would have kept going, but like I didn't want to keep going at 2000, especially because it didn't feel like you had 2000 viewers, you know? So trying to raid you. I'm glad he didn't. All right, he would have destroyed my mental health. All right. So we're back. I mean, especially when we're back. We've been streaming 2 hours and we're already up to 1500. So like, you know, and now I got to rest. You know. Chat. I got some pancakes in the morning. Came ready to more healthy then. Yeah, I mean, it's a little, it's good. It does feel a little bit like, Chad, what are those things, are there things in life where you like pay someone to be nice to you?
Many from one.
Marriage.
I've got the beast.
The girlfriend experience. Okay, Chad immediately goes to like prostitution. Okay, I was thinking therapy or I don't know, like a hair, like going to see a hairdresser. I don't know. Chad's like chat with their sick bites. You is all prostitute? Wait, I think I know the answer, Mr. Streamer. It's a prostitute. All right. Happy to help.
For justice. Many from one.
I am like that too, ZBD. I actually don't like paying people to be nice to me. All right. It's something that if I think you're being nice to me because of money, I actually feel worse than if I had paid you. Right. I'll pay people for their professionalism. Like I'll pay someone to like massage my body in various ways. Right. But I don't want them to like say, oh, you look great or something, unless they actually feel it, right? Like, you know, Anyways, chat. Oh, this is a sick lethal. You can pay people. I don't want. Yeah, I don't want people. So I don't know. Yeah, there are things that like. Part of like why you enjoy people being nice to you is that when someone says like, "Oh, I think you're great," it means like, "Oh, I'm happy that I have traits that people value," right? And that makes me feel good. But if I'm paying them, the trait that they value is just like, you know, yeah. So I don't know. But like, it's a difference if like they were like, if it's about something else, like let's say I donate to a charity that like, and I'm supporting like the values of that charity, right? That might be a little different, right? Because that's like, it's not about me, it's about like the value of the values we're trying to achieve with our nonprofit, you know? But yeah, I'm just trying to say the nuance of this, but anyways. But yeah, it's I had this conversation, but basically it was like with some people, and it was I still remember it. You remember you remember certain conversations that surprise you and you think about them years later? But basically, yeah. But it's why I don't like I don't like. I forgot I was going to this. Never mind. Hand of a Doll did get nerfed. I thought they unnerfed it, but it looks like they. From the legs will go to keep someone from being nice though. Yeah. So. Consecration's a nice draw. It's always the 1/2 though. Yeah, you know this is the only 1-mana dragon in the pool, so it's always this one. I finally realized that. Imbue Libram, I think Imbue Libram is more free to play friendly. This one's just like it's like more fun. But like it's hard to know. Some of these decks are played more because they don't require any cards, so people are more likely to play them. But does that mean they're actually the best build? It's unclear, right? So remember chat all this insight coming from a dude who screamed in his car 45 minutes on the way home? Dude, it was a viable strategy, alright? Alright, son of a gun, chat. This is bad. I really wanted to draw Ursul there, so I could go coin renewing, but... Dude, I'm kind of getting wrecked here. Oh god, am I effed? I kind of feel like I'm effed. Alright, I can go like Malorn coin the card here. I might be dead though. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7. Yeah. I feel like they should have gone for lethal here if they had it. Like they could have gone this first and high rolled lethal, right? I guess it's 1 and 8, but still seemed better. All right, champ, we're gonna go for it. Chat, which one do you do here? Do you go Tortolan here? Tortolan's pretty insane, right? Against all these guys. I could go Amalgam and play the Renewing Flames, but kills 2 1/1s, right? So that's terrible. So I think it's just Tortolan.
It seems I can still be amazed.
Son of! See, this is why I thought about not going Tortolan, but 5 wins, chat. Chat, do we play? I feel like this deck is not that good, to be honest.